here to shake the matrix, expand your minds, and make y'all think. How you guys doing? Well, today I want to talk about how we're not our bodies and the great remembering. As you have all been following this journey, we've talked upon this before, but we're just going to go at it again because I feel like we needed to. And sorry I wasn't on this morning. I was not feeling good whatsoever. Been not feeling good at all today. So it's definitely been a day of needing to rest and hopefully just kind of get my body back in order. So we've spoken before on the holographic nature of this reality, how the world we perceive is not the ultimate truth, how, truth of this reality, how but nothing more than a projection, and the world we perceive is not the ultimate truth. you know we've been lied to, and it's been a projection, assimilation, and yet we make each day bound by this illusion that we are not, that we are these bodies. But hear this clearly, okay? Pay attention to this one. These bodies right here are not who we are. They are not our essence, okay? They are in many ways our prison suits, our avatars in a matrix built from a collective delusion of separation. Religion has long warned us of hell, painting pictures of fire and torment and some faraway place. But what if the truth is more immediate? What if this dense, fearful, inverted world is a very hell they spoke of? A world where we are born forgetting, trained in fear, told we are flawed and broken and conditioned to depend on, systems, depend on validation and people, and they keep us in bondage to the physical self. We are taught that we are weak, that we are fragile, that we are mortal. But even science, yes, science says otherwise. Physics tells us, energy cannot be created or destroyed. And what are we? If not energy, consciousness. Consciousness encoded in light frequencies, vibrations. Our essence exists beyond the decay of this flesh, these bodies. Hi, everybody. How's it going? See, the truth is that you have never been born. You're believed that you are. You will never die either. You've just been taught that. Even spirituality and religions, when stripped of their dogma, whisper the same ancient truth. It says, you must go within to get out, right? And every mystic, every prophet, every seer has echoed this. Heck, even Jesus said, it is not written in your laws, but I said you are all gods. How can we be part of the divine and yet separate from it? It makes no sense. We cannot. It is contradiction born in illusion. That's exactly like that. I like your shirt. Thanks, man. Beatles. You gotta like it, right? Let it be, let it be. Yeah, anyways, but here is a deception, right? We created names for God, all kinds. And in doing so, we place this divine outside of ourselves, higher in the clouds, far in the heavens, or trapped in a book or buildings. And we made these creations untouchable, unreachable. And yet the truth is, we are it. Creation did not just happen to us. It is happening through us. You see, you are not just a spark of the divine. You are the divine. Fractaled, focused, and temporarily dreaming of limitations. Your task is not to ascend elsewhere. It's to awaken here and to remember who you really are. See, this is not just philosophy for the mind alone. It's a path of liberation to reclaim the truth that we are eternal, powerful, creative beings who have been forgotten of their origin. We must learn the truth and unlearn fear. And the guilt, the shame, the lies that keep us tied to these skin suits as if they are all we are. You see, this simulation is not just some digital, it is an energetic, psycho-spiritual system. And the matrix is coded in a belief system. And every time you reject your inner knowing in favor of some external authority, you give it more power. But every time you remember who you truly are, you've cracked the code. So does heaven and hell exist? It's not a place. It's a being, a state of being, a state of thinking. See, we are in a great remembering. We're in a time where the veil thins and echoes of truth grow louder, where science begins to even sound like mysticism and mysticism begins to sound like quantum mechanics. It's where you can look at the double slit experiment and realize observation changes reality. You are the observer. Therefore, you are creator. Think about it. Just got to think about it. You know, the world has taught us so much fear and separation and these illusions to create divide, to make us powerless, weak. We can change everything by a thought. Make sure you do one thing towards your dreams every single day. It brings you one step closer. Make sure you recognize you're valuable and you matter and you're all unique puzzle pieces, a part of the ultimate puzzle of the cosmos. And remember, you're beautiful people. Good to have y'all. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. All right, peace and love. We'll see you guys. See you tomorrow.